Law of assumption is the basis of reality. Everything in our life currently is the reflection of the assumptions of our past. And the reason why you don't need any other law, the law of attraction or the self concept, or the psychology and so on, those techniques are just assumptions as well. I was reading a book about psychology, how to manipulate people and how to get whatever you want, and that book simply explains law of assumption. Psychology is nothing but law of assumption. For example, if you want to control somebody in your relationship, which I'm not condoning because it's not a good thing, but if you want to control somebody in your relationship, you have to believe that you have more value than them and you can walk away from the relationship anytime you want, and that puts you in a higher level in the relationship, so you can control the relationship. Well, what is this psychological trick? It is simply an assumption that I know my worth and I am priceless, or I am worthy, or whatever, right? It is just an assumption that I am good enough and I can have any woman or man I want, so I can walk away from this relationship. So all these little psychological tricks, or all these self-concept techniques, there is just so much going on the internet about you should do this, you should do that. No. Take my advice and only stick to the law of assumption. Neville Goddard kind of ends the entire search for you, that anything that we want in life, all we have to do is dare to assume it. Now the word dare is very important. He repeats it again. He doesn't say you assume. Neville says that you should dare to assume. Why dare? Because when we want something new in our life, there is no evidence for it. We have to dare. We have to. And there's another quote by it which will make it even easier for you. He says that an assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Though false. Focus on the word though false, meaning whenever you make an assumption, there is no proof of it. That's the whole daring part. That's the whole persisting part. That when you want to have more money, you will look around in your reality and you will not find any proof of it. That's why you have to dare. Why you have to persist. But people end up making into a whole process of manifesting and trying to get something and trying scripting and affirming and all that. No, all you have to do is dare to assume. Persistence does not mean that you affirm and script and really stick to a very difficult and very like a chore, manifesting like a chore. No, you have to dare to assume. And all persistence means is that you keep returning to your assumption. You keep daring, day in and day out. You keep daring. Though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Right? The more you dare, the more you come back to your assumption every single day, again and again. You say, no, this is my assumption and this is my reality. What I see does not matter. What is happening right now does not matter. I am okay with it. What is happening in reality, that's fine, but I don't care. My assumption is my life and my reality. And this is how you persist, and it will become a fact. Anything you want to change in life, don't go looking for trying to fix your blocks or trying to money blocks, love relationship blocks. No, they make more blocks. Remember, whatever you put your attention to, you are assuming at that moment. If you are putting your attention on the fact on this that my self concept has problems, then you are assuming that you have a self concept that is not good enough right now. So you are manifesting more problems in your self concept. When you look for problems, you dig out more problems. And law of attraction communities also, they are putting their power on some outside world, like universe is giving you something. No, you dare to assume, and that assumption will harden into fact. Law of attraction is simply a kind of a child to the law of assumption. Your I am statements what you call yourself day in and day out, like I am worthy, I am enough, I am rich, I am lovable. These I am statements are your assumptions. Right now what you see in your life was your assumption some time ago, and you persisted in it unconsciously, but you persisted in the life that you have right now unconsciously. There's no one to blame. We are not blaming ourselves, but we have to realize that behind everything, behind self-concept, behind your existing life, behind whatever you see in your life right now is law of assumption. So stop trying to look for more techniques. Stop trying to, go into law of attraction, going into astrology. Some people love tarot card reading. I get that, but all tarot card readings are just increasing your own belief in your assumptions. Whatever you assume, you will find in those cards, and they will just increase your own belief. That's all there is to it. There is nothing outside of you. Everything is within. Your assumptions create reality. Your imagination create reality. So don't try these other digging out problems, trying to remove blocks, trying to do this. Stop trying. Just assume. Dare to assume of the version or the ideal that you want to be, and persist in it, and it will harden into fact. An assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Understand this quote and you will understand everything. Okay, this is it for this video. Until next time.